For instance, now, as us human beings, sometimes we tend to forget that we are supposed to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. The others don't. The other creatures of Allah Azza wa Jal don't forget. Allah Azza wa Jal says about them, أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَسْجُدُ لَهُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَالشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ وَالنُّجُومُ وَالْجِبَالُ وَالشَّجَرُ وَالدَّوَابُ وَكَثِيرٌ مِّنَ النَّاسِ. Yeah, Allah Azza wa Jal says that it is Allah Azza wa Jal, yeah, who worships man fis samawat. You know, all those that are in the skies, which means all the angels worship Allah Azza wa Jal. Waman fil ard. You know, barring the humankind, you have so many other creations of Allah Azza wa Jal, so many animals, so many plants, yeah, so many mountains, and so many other things. So they are also worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal. Washams. The sun also worships Allah Azza wa Jal. Wal qamar. والنجوم والجبال والدواب, and various animals. وَكَثِيرٌ مِّنَ النَّاسِ, and a lot of people worship Allah Azza wa Jal. You know, so which means that we know that except us human beings and the jinn kind, every single one continues to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. There's one point that I'd like to, draw home here. Have you seen any kind of disharmony, disunity, malfunctioning, diseases, yeah, or wrongdoings as far as the sun, the moon, the earth, the skies, and everything else is concerned? Have you seen any kind of disunity, or should I say disharmony, irregularity, or disobedience, so to say? The sun is supposed to rise at this point in time today. It will. Have you ever encountered a point, a day, or has science ever encountered a day on which the sun, chose to say, excuse me, I'm not feeling like rising today. Excuse me, I'm not, well today. I'm a little under the weather. So I'd like to, take rest today and rise tomorrow. Never. The point that I was talking about, point that I want to, I want you to take home is that if we also continue to worship Allah Azza wa Jal alone and do not deviate from His worship, or do not digress, or do not have wrong understanding or wrong implementation of the rulings of Allah Azza wa Jal, we can also stay. As long as we are staying in this world, we can also, inshallah ta'ala, expect to stay absolutely hale and healthy. Despite that, Allah Azza wa Jal might send down some calamities, some afflictions, some trials in order to test us. Because Allah Azza wa Jal says, الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. One of the meanings of this ayah is that not only has Allah Azza wa Jal created the death and life for us to, for Him to know who amongst does, good deeds. The other meaning is that, everything that happens between life and death throughout our life is for a test. So Allah Azza wa Jal wants to test us as to لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Who is it that we, or how is it that we react to a given test, to a given trial, to a given affliction, to a given calamity, or even if it's a catastrophe. May Allah Azza wa Jal save us from those catastrophes. So what I was saying is that except us human beings and the jinns, the jinn kind, every single thing in the universe is actually, in absolute harmony and in absolute worship of Allah Azza wa Jal.